Hi, welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I want to talk about backpacks and in particular AtomPacks. So as most people know who watch the channel, I've had AtomPacks for 3 years now. I started out with the Mo50 and since then I bought another 2 packs. And what I wanted to do today was to show you all 3 packs and really go through the comparisons of them. I know the people have done some videos recently and they're becoming very, very popular. So I wanted to go through 3 different bags that I have, why I have all 3, what they're used for, and it might help you in making your decisions if you want to get one too. So the first pack I'm going to talk about is the Mo50, which is currently known as a Prospector. They've changed the names. And this was the very first backpack I bought 3 years ago, way back to the coast to coast. So this is the backpack. I got the standard colour. I didn't customise this, but this was a backpack I wanted it for the coast to coast at the time, but I also wanted it for most of my camps and my winter camps. And exclusively, I've used this for the last 3 years. All my camps that you see, up on Skybarrow Dord, up on Helvellyn, Blencathra, wherever you've seen me, I've wore this backpack and it is fantastic. So out of the 3 backpacks, this is the biggest pack I own. This is the 50 litre. And this can hold comfortably up to about 19 kilo, but I'd probably recommend keeping it about 15, 16. I tend to use it between 10 and 12 if I can get it that low. So firstly, I'm going to go through what's similar with all these backpacks because they all have very, very similar things in common and they're fantastic. So each of these backpacks I'm going to talk through, they've all got side pockets. Now these side pockets on each backpack, even though they're different sizes, are 2.5 litres. So they can hold, as you can see in there, I've actually got a 1.5 litre bottle and I've got, I think it's a 750, but you can fit 2 1.5 litre bottles in there easy. They still fit, or even 2 litre bottles. On a hike, I'll have my water bottles in one side and on the other side, I'll probably have my trekking pole, something like that. But if you wanted, you could put your tent in there. But they're really, really big, good stretch on them, and you can actually tighten them in the corners as well. So there's 2 ways to tighten, from the top or from the bottom, and that just locks things in place for you. Other things you all have in common, I got them all with the front stretch mesh. I absolutely love this. So stretch mesh is brilliant for shoving anything you want immediate access to, or after a camp, if you've been, you've got a wet tent, you can just shove the tent in there and it might dry off while you're walking. But usually I've got my waterproofs in there, my first aid kit, my poop kit, any little bits of snacks, things like that. This is about 5 litres. Again, it's the same on all the bags. They add that much more space, so real good stretch mesh. If you do get one of these bags yourself, you have the option of customising it and have a slightly different material on there, so you can have more see-through material, and I think it holds, it might even hold 10 litres or 8 litres, something like that. But I prefer this one. It's more durable, and it hides what you've got in there, which is important to me. You also have bungee on the front as well. So again, if you want to put a pad or something like that in there, it gives you a little bit of extra storage. And one thing I tend to put on my bags if I'm camping is just a carabiner. It's always good, when you're pitching your tent, if it's a little bit windy, you can just clip some of the guy lines onto your bag. Your bag's generally heavy, so your tent's not going to blow away. Other things they all have in common on mine is I got them all as standard with the water bottle pockets. These are brilliant. So these are stretch mesh at the front. Again, this is probably a little bit big, this 750, but it will fit in there. Now, I usually put my Atom RE35L in here. So that's just a water filter when you're out and about if you want to grab some water, because usually I don't carry too much. And if I've got any, it's usually on the side. And then the other one is great for bits of your camera gear or your mobile phone. That's where I tend to put my mobile. And again, once you've used a backpack with these, you don't want to go back. That's why I've got them. That's why I bought all these bags, because I really, really love this feature. So underneath the backpack, you have this little stretch pocket. So you can reach into it from one side. I don't know how much it holds. I'm guessing maybe 2.5 litres, 2 litres, something like that. But in there on a hike, you can chuck in snacks, gloves, hat, anything you want, quick access to, electrolytes, things like that. And on the opposite side, it has another little hole, which is great for wrappers. So if I just throw this bag on quickly, again, I'll just do a quick turnaround so you can see the bag fully fitted. So if I was hiking, again, I've got my mobile phone in there, Atom RE35L in there, and if I want some snacks, I can just reach underneath, grab what I want, and there you go. If you've had any wrappers, what you then do is get your wrapper and shove it in the hole on the other side. And then when you get to a bin later, you can just empty it out. So real tidy way of doing it. all these backpacks are different weights, so you have different options of hip belts. Now this hip belt, as it is on all bags, is removable, but it's a real padded belt. It has double straps going to one buckle, and again, once that's on there, you can cinch that tight on both sides, and that's just going to help support the bag. So I usually have this on, although I don't always use it. Sometimes I'll just clip it together at the back and keep it out of the way, or if you don't want to use it at all, you can just take it off. Also, you've got a chest strap. Again, especially for a vlogger like me who likes to shove my camera under there, these are brilliant. Again, it helps carry the weight of the bag. So that just clips on there, and it can be adjustable up or down. As you probably see, I have 2 sternum straps on this, because you have got an option of buying an additional strap, which I have done. I've only done it for one of my bags, but then when I flick between my bags, I usually just clip it off one because I like a double strap. Again, it just helps because I shove my GoPro under there when I'm hiking. Now, the thing that differs on these bags are the load lifters. So my other bags don't have these, but this helps when you're carrying quite a bit of weight. So when you've got weight in your bag, you can just pull them in just to bring the bag closer to your shoulders. Again, it's all about how you pack your bag, but to me, this really, really does help when carrying weight. So when the bag's together, you have an option of pockets on the side. Now, I used to have one of the hip belt pockets, but I lost it, unfortunately. I think I lost it in mid-era, so I don't own any now. But they're about £22 extra when you buy your bag. And again, you can just clip them on the sides, and they're interchangeable between all the bags. So again, if you're going to get one, it's probably worth picking up 1 or 2 because it could be handy for a few snacks, batteries, you know, head torch, something like that. Top strap. So if you buy a standard bag, this bag comes with a Y strap on top. So if I undo that there, you can see it's a Y strap that goes over and clips down to secure the top of your bag. The benefits of a Y strap is you can shove things underneath. So you can put like a sit pad, a sleep pad. I often put my 2-litre water bottle. I've got like a collapsible water bottle. So when I fill that on a camp, I'll just put that across there, strap that down, clip it on, and it works perfectly. Really, really like this. So this comes as standard with this one. If you don't like the Y strap, you can choose a single strap, but I don't know why you would. Personally, I'd recommend the Y strap. Now, each of these bags on the side, I've got your stretchy mesh as well, so a stretchy cord. So again, if you've got things in the side, your tent, your trekking poles, whatever it may be, something tall, you can pull that nice and tight just to cinch your bag down so you're not going to lose it. All the bags are quite similar at the top. They're roll tops. So at the moment, I've just got a sleeping bag in here just to puff it out a little bit, but they're all roll tops and buttoned at the top to keep them together. And you've just kind of got one big compartment. So in there, it's just one big hole where you can shove everything in, easy access. Now, they're not waterproof, these bags. They will shed some light water, but it is essential that you use a Nylaflume bag or a pack liner, something like that. So again, I like a Nylaflume bag, so I'll get a really big one. I'll put my sleeping bag, anything you want to keep dry in there, roll it down a little bit, and then put your other things on top. When you're finished, click the buttons together to secure it. You may see some bags with Velcro at the top. I prefer the button closure because the Velcro can get very messy, stick things in. It rolls down, and if you want, you can clip it together at the top and leave it like this. But on the Prospector or the Mo, it actually clips to the side. So if I hold that there, it clips down to each side and you can pull it tight. So again, this bag I think is fantastic. It weighs 900 grams, around that. I'll put all the weights on the screen, but it's about 900 grams. And as I say, you can hold up to about 18, 19 kilo in this. It does come in a 50 or 60 litre version. I've got the 50 and I find that I get everything in for my winter camps. So again, did use it on my coast to coast as well. Highly, highly rate this bag. So what bag's next and why did I choose a new one? So as you may have seen on the channel, I did the Tour de Mont Blanc last year. Cracking hike, planned to do it over 8 days, ended up doing it in 5. But on that hike, I didn't want to take my Mo. It was just going to be too big. But again, I didn't want to go for one of my other backpacks where I was losing some of the features that I know and love. So at the time, I spoke to AtomPacks to see what they had in stock. I managed to pick up a custom Atom 35 litre. Now, they only usually do 30 and 40, so this is a little bit bespoke. But this is the backpack. So again, I've just got a couple of puffy jackets in there at the moment so you can kind of see the thickness of it. Now, this one weighs 453 grams. And this has no back support. I should mention on the Mo, it does have a padded back support and it has a frame as well. So it has those in all the time, but if you want to take those out, they do come out and you can save about 150 grams, but that has a frame. This one has no frame at all. So are you gonna get a sweaty back? Yeah, probably. But again, they're so lightweight, I honestly don't see it as a problem. Most backpacks anyway, I tend to get a sweaty back regardless, so it's not a problem for me. Similar to the Mo or the Prospector, I've still got the front pockets, they're the same. I still have the side pockets, 2.5 litre, they're the same. I have the mesh, I have the pocket underneath again, I have the stretch on the front, but it's quite light, you know, it's a lot lighter cordage. This one doesn't cinch to the side, but it cinches on top like I showed you before. And on this one, I just have the single strap. Would I have liked the wide strap? Probably be good to have that, but again, that's done everything that I need. And on this sort of bag, I'm not going to have like a load of water on it and things like that. So this was perfect for me. Now another big difference is this one doesn't have load lifters. So if I just throw the pack on, so that's what it looks like from the front and the back. Again, got the strap on the front from before. But once you've got your weight in this has no way to cinch it to your shoulders. Because you're only packing up to about 9 kilo in this bag, it shouldn't be a problem. But what I will be a little bit honest about is on the Tour de Mont Blanc, I did suffer with some shoulder pain. Now I probably had a little bit too much weight in my bag. I probably could have done with a 40 litre, but I did carry my tent, my poles, my sleeping bag, all my gear, my food, 5 days worth of food. You know, I carried lots in this and it worked, but I did have sore shoulders a little bit. So load lifters would have helped. However, I did have it overweight, but I absolutely love this bag. It's cracking. If I can get away with it for a lightweight camp, this is what I'm going to use. And you'll probably see on my recent videos, I do use this for my day hikes now. It's very light. Again, got my features. I can stick my camera under. I can reach my water bottles. It's easy to reach into the side to get it when you're hiking and get my snacks from underneath. Again, you've got your water, or if you want to, you can put it in there too, but I don't really like it up there. I like to have my B3. So that is the AtomPacks RE35 litre Custom. So you need to be lightweight to be using these, or a day pack. But again, you'll love the features, just like the other one. You know, it opens up from the top, you got the buttons, and you've got one big section. You can add a hip belt to this as well. It has little loops on the side. So what I did buy when I bought this was thin webbing. So it's a little bit, it's just basically webbing that hooks on, and clicks together. So it's a very, very lightweight hip belt. I don't really use it, so I've just taken mine off to save the weight, but if you wanted to, you can have that as well. So I've owned that one for 9 months. I bought it last year for the Tour de Mont Blanc, as I say, worked like a treat. But I've got some long distance hikes this year if my knee sorts itself out. I'm not hiking at the moment. I hurt my knee recently, so I'm struggling to walk. But when I go back hiking again, I kind of wanted a new backpack for this year, just to sort me for some of these long distance hikes like the West Highland Way, or you know, whatever it is I'm looking at doing this year. Wanted the same sort of features or a mixture between both. So I actually reached out to AtomPacks at the time, and kindly they gifted me a Pulse 40. They gave me a choice between the 40 and 50. And really, really appreciate that, because I've been a customer for quite a while. And because I was looking at a bag, they said, look, we've got one in stock, have a go of it and see if this, you know, see if this is right for you. You can go on the website with any of these bags and customize them. If you customize it, you're going to wait 11 weeks. Now I could have customized a bag, but I didn't want to wait 11 weeks because I want to do my hikes. And if I was to choose a bag, I would probably choose this colour anyway. It's got my orange, my brand colours. I love the material. I love the blue. So for me, this is perfect. As you can see, this has got a hip belt as well. So this hip belt is thinner and lighter than the one on the Mo, and it just has a single buckle. And again, it's removable. So I don't always use this, to be fair. So I could quite easily take this off. But yeah, it's got that. It's still got your bottom pocket. It's still got your 2.5 litre side pockets and your front mesh. But this one, as you can probably hear, is a slightly different material. It's a tougher material. I need to look at my notes. It is EcoPack EPX200. Now, personally, I find this sheds water a little bit better. It's a little bit tougher, and I do love this material. So yeah, when I get another bag in the future, I'll probably customize it with this material. I really like it, and it's still got some of the other material on the sides and on the back. But yeah, lovely looking backpack. And the reason I got this one is it's in between both. So it's got the features of all of them, but this one weighs 656 grams, and it has just a single frame in it and a little bit of padding. It's got a single strap on the top. Again, I probably would have liked a Y strap on this one. I may customize it myself and add a Y strap in the future. But this has got kind of like a thin wire, a carbon wire going all the way around it. So it does offer a little bit of back support. And some of the benefits are there is if you've got things in your back, it's not going to stick in your back as opposed to the lighter one. I know I've opened the bag now, so it won't look as clean. But same as the other one, we've got the single strap on there. You've got the option of the hip belt. You can use it or not. So just extend that out. We can clip that on there and tighten it up. Again, you've got loads of adjustability on the bags as well. You've got the straps at the side to pull those down to really cinch it into your back. And again, easily reachable side pockets, your mesh underneath. And there it is. So I opted for the 40 litre as opposed to the 50. There isn't much difference in weight, to be honest. You could probably just get the 50, but I've already got that bag. I kind of wanted a mixture. And the benefit of the roll tops is if you just roll it down a little bit, I could seal it there and I could have all that room. Or if I'm not carrying so much, you can roll it right down. You can roll it right down and really cinch the bag small. Again, I've just got a couple of jackets in there, so it's opened up a little bit. So yeah, there are the 3 bags. They all start around the £200 mark, £210, and they go right up to £300 odd if you customise them. They're not for everyone. They're really, really expensive backpacks. However, they're really well made. They're made from a company, local, based in the Lake District. Lovely company, nice to support a local company. And if you want to speak to them, you can go down there and they can help measure you up. They do give you lots of information online, but you can even go there and see how they're made and stuff. But it is more for it is premium, you know. However, they're going to last. As I say, I've had that Mo for 3 years now, and I'm going to have it for good. I'm never going to sell these backpacks. Absolutely love them. I like lightweight. I do multi-day hiking, so for me, it's well worth it. You could go and spend, you know, £200 on an Osprey, which again are fantastic. They carry really well. A little bit bulkier. You know, some slightly different features, some missing off here. So it's really up to you. Just have a think about what works for you. Feel free to message below, ask me any, or put a comment below. Any questions, I can answer those for you. But that's not all. They also do bum bags, which they call the Roo. Now, I've never wanted a bum bag before. I've always thought they're a bit geeky. I've had a chest pouch before, which again works quite well. But when you've got a microphone and when you've got a GoPro shoving it on your chest all the time, they're not that great because I'm always flicking things off, losing my mic. So for me, bum bag works fantastic. So this is the one I purchased for my Tour de Mont Blanc. This is 1.5 litre and they do a 2.5 litre as well. If you were to get one of these, by the way, go for the 2.5. They're almost identical in size. I'll show you the other one in a minute. It's just the depth. So obviously they're a little bit thicker on the other one, but these are absolutely brilliant. Now you can choose, I can't remember what these are called. It's like this material, but this is like the standard one. It's got the little orange accents on it. And basically, yeah, it's just a bum bag. It's got one big pocket inside and it has a little pocket at the back if you want to put some keys on. It's got a little keychain, a little bit. So what do I put in there? Snacks, sometimes parts of my cameras, maybe some batteries, could be gloves. And it's got a stretch mesh at the front. And this has worked perfect for my mobile. If there's a height where I can't be bothered putting my phone in the top because I have a pop socket, sometimes it's annoying, I shove it in the front there. So it's simply just a normal bum bag, clips around your waist. And again, you can tighten it up. And you might think they get in the way, but honestly, God, they're absolutely brilliant. Again, you don't have to have them on show if you don't want. You can cover them up. Hopefully you can see there. But for me, I absolutely love this. And I wasn't sure how much room I wanted at first, so I just bought the 1.5. I used it for all my snacks on the Tour de Mont Blanc. It was brilliant. So when AtomPacks reached out to send me this other backpack, the Pulse, I decided to say, look, have you got any of the roos in? And I've got a 2.5 litre roo now. I'll show you that one. Now with these, you can get it in the standard material, or I'll say you can customize it. It's just random, and I really recommend getting a random one. You don't know what colours you're going to get. Mine's pretty standard in colours, but it has got one odd part on the side. Basically, it's just all the spare parts off different bags or different materials I've not used. So it's zero waste. I love the idea of that. You all know I'm Gleave No Trace. So with all the spare bits of materials, they can make a roo, and they're brilliant. And as you'll probably see, they look very, very similar. It's just the depth. However, it has got the same material that it's got on my Pulse, and I really, really like it. So same features, same design, but it's just bigger. And again, I'll just clip that around my waist for you. Perfect on there. If you like flying drones, you can fit your controller in there as well. Obviously not your drone. You know, if you wanted to go and hike and have your drone, you could easily throw your drone in your side pocket here, stick your controller in there, you're good to go. Or if you want your drone to follow you, you can just leave your controller in there. It works great. Highly, highly recommend them. If you've never tried a bum bag, do it. I don't think they've got the stigma that they had years ago. They're really, really useful. So yeah, that's that. So I hope you found this useful. As I say, you've got 3 backpacks. We've got the Mo50, which is the Prospector now. We've got the Pulse, which used to be the Atom Plus, and you've got the RE40. They do make some other bags as well. Check the websites. If they've got any in stock, generally they'll ship them within a couple of weeks. But if you want to customize one, or you want to wait for, you know, they generally change every few weeks online, keep your eye on it. But if you do want to do your own, be prepared to wait 11 weeks, but you can choose and customize everything. So that is it. That's my bags, my AtomPacks. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more. Hopefully we'll be back out hiking soon. But as I say, my knees are shot. Right, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.